Hello, my name is MagentaLewi, and welcome to episode 10 of WarpCraft. Last episode, I made the cow farm, I made the AFK safe house, and I upgraded the sugarcane farm. So what I didn't get to make last time was the Gunpowder Farm and the potato/carrot farm, so that is obviously part of the plan for today. And during the episode, we should farm enough to be able to buy mending for all my tools and all my armor, which is the ultimate goal for the episode. I cannot wait to get into my diamond armor instead of running around in this trashy iron. But first, we need to inform Dr. Shadowless that the industrial area has now opened. I need him to help plan the area, clear some space, and of course build some farms. So let's go to his place and tell him. Hello? 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 After knocking for about 10 minutes or something, I figured he probably wasn't home. But I've just left him this chest with a sign saying that the industrial area is now open. And in the chest I have left some goodies from the farms that I've made so far. So now he should hopefully join us very soon in the industrial area. And then I went on with the plans of today, starting with the potato/carrot farm. And if you don't know this farm, I will leave a link for a great tutorial for it down in the description below. So the first thing you do is build this H in the middle, and here you will have a villager placed later on. The whole thing has to be encased in a 2-block high wall of glass, so I am starting that here, and then I start to place in all the dirt on this one side, and this will later on become the farmland where a farmer villager will go and farm his either potatoes or carrots. And then I put up the rest of the glass wall here on this side, and then it is very important that you remember to light up the farm so there is no mobs spawning up there. And so you probably guessed what we had to do. Of course, we're filling in the other side of the farm with dirt that will also become farmland, so that we have 2 farmer villagers that will try and throw their potatoes and carrots into the middle where the 3rd villager is standing. But of course, the most important part of the farm is that we place a fence on each side of this first villager, and then a trapdoor on top of that fence, because when the other villagers try to throw the potatoes and carrots, it will hit either the trapdoor or the fence and then fall down, where we can grab it and then use it ourselves. Next up, of course, you have to make the farmland, so bring that hoe out and use it good. Oh god, that sounded so dirty, but yes, that is what you have to do. And of course you gotta do that on both sides, so that it is actually soon ready for villagers. And so after preparing some minecart rails here to bring the villagers up there, I brought the first one up. This will be our first farmer, the potato guy. And here he comes, and whoops! There we go, he is now in the farm, and then we just have to gently nudge him out of the minecart. And then he should turn into a farmer, but I had a little bit of trouble with this one, so I had to break the composter and then place it again a few times, but then eventually he turned into a farmer and everything's good. Next up is the other farmer, and here he comes. That looks like a great and very joyful ride he got there. And as soon as he got out of the minecart, he became a farmer. So this is our carrot farmer. And finally, we will put in the villager in the middle, the one that is the least important, but then at the same time the most important villager of all 3, because this is the one that they will all try and feed, but he will never get any food because we're stealing all of it. And here he comes, and yet another fun ride. There we go. And because he is in the minecart, he should be placed perfectly in the middle here if we're just careful when we break him out of the minecart. So this should actually be working perfect after this. But I also put a roof on top of their heads It shouldn't really be necessary, but in case of lightning, they will now not turn into witches, which villagers do if they get struck by lightning. So now they should be 100% secure. And with that, the farm should now be working. As soon as these crops has grown and they start to fill up their inventories, then they will both try and throw their carrots and potatoes to the villager in the middle. But the fence and the trapdoor, of course, will prevent it from going over to him, and instead it will fall down the holes that is underneath there, as you can see. And then they both will go into this automatic dropper that I've made right here, which will then shoot it down into this water stream, and everything will go down into this chest right here. And of course, at some point, I will make a proper storage system just like this one. But until then, I'll just try and see if it actually works. So I'm gonna try and AFK at some point, and then we'll see if this chest will start to get filled up. And I've also made it so that if I want to, I can extend this water stream, and then we can build multiple of these modules all the way. Oops, that was a hole. But we should be able to build multiple of these modules so that we can have loads of farms and loads of carrots and potatoes. And then just so far, I'm just gonna use the farmers that I got in here. I still have 5 farmers in here, I think, that I will sell all the crops to and then profit from that. But at some point, I will, of course, also add some more. When we make a decent trading hall, I will add some farmers in these sort of rooms, just like this I have with the cartographers, so that we can get loads of emeralds as efficiently as possible. And after a bit of time standing AFK, I found that this farm is already producing a lot. Like, I've not been away for that long and it's already produced all of this. So I chose to expand it already with another few double chests here. And of course I'm gonna have to make a proper storage system for it at some point. Maybe when I expand the farm even further. But of course we need to make some plans of the area, and I've started something here, but it's not final. I want Dr. Shadowless's opinion on this before before I make any final decisions. But as you can see, I want to expand the carrot/potato farm, so it is gonna be like in this area or something. And then I want a mob grinder, but that does not have to be near any of these farms because this is the emerald area. So this is where we're gonna put the trading hall. I'm probably gonna put that right there, I think. So that is near to the paper farm, which I can give to all the cartographers. It's gonna be near the potato carrot farm here. Oh, it looks so good. So that I can give that to all the farmers, and it's gonna be near a wool farm probably, and maybe a pumpkin farm as well, so that we can get loads of emeralds. Of course, with the mob grinder, we will also get a lot of zombie flesh that we can trade for emeralds as well. So maybe I'll put some villagers over at that area, but that doesn't have to be around here at least. And then other types of farms for the villagers are, of course, the villager breeder, so that we have a consistent amount of villagers, and of course an iron farm, because you can always use iron. It's great for decoration, and well, I don't need it for armor any longer, but I use it on a lot of lanterns and of course anvils and all that stuff that you need the iron for. So iron is just a very important resource always. And then if Dr. Shadowless wants to make any other types of farms that can produce emeralds from the villagers, or just include the villagers somehow, he can of course build that, and all that will be in this area up here around the trading hall. And then the mob grinder has to be, I think I'm gonna put that maybe out here. And then I'm gonna put the gunpowder farm around here so that it's close to the paper farm, so that if you need rockets, you have to stand AFK at the same spot, so that that will produce at the same time. And then the creeper farm and the mob grinder can of course be close to each other, so that we produce a lot of mob drops. Besides that, I would love to have some kind of automatic wood farm. Maybe not fully automatic, but wood is just always useful, of course. So all the types of wood somewhere on this map as well. And a lava farm, of course. I use a lot of lava as disposal, like this. And it's so annoying to have to dig and find lava every time. So if we have a consistent lava farm, and we can also use that to fuel our ovens, our furnaces. So that is just super useful, and with the new dripstone, a lava farm could be very cool and also quite easy to make as far as I know. So that would be really cool. But that is my initial plans. If you have any ideas for farms I should make in this huge area, we can always expand it, then please let me know down in the comments below. But this is the initial plan, and then I will talk to Dr. Shadowless at some point, and we'll see if he has any ideas to add. Oh, and by the way, I am of course also gonna make the farms look a lot better. At the moment they're super duper ugly, especially the cow farm is just really exposed, and of course also this farm here. It looks super duper ugly with all the dirt flying over our head. It doesn't even make sense. At least make some supports or something. What are you doing, Louis? But the point is that it will take forever to get all the resources to make some pretty buildings. So until my gear is fully upgraded, and probably also when I got a beacon, that is when I'm gonna make these buildings look pretty. Of course, I'm gonna do that at some point. The walls also need to look prettier, and we need to make the whole area secure, but it will take hours if I don't have the proper gear for it. But as soon as we got that gear, we can start getting resources for both my main base and for the pretty buildings that they should hopefully be in the end. So now it's time to make the Gunpowder Farm, and in the shulker box here, I got everything we need. Well, except for 4 things, and that is 4 cats that we have to place in the creeper farm. So I got some raw salmon and some raw cod here, and let's go see if we can find some cats. How do you do it? I really can't remember. Okay, I'm just going for it. Eat the fish! Eat it! Eat it! Eat the fish! Eat it! Eat my fish! Please, please, eat it! Please eat my fish! Please, take it! Take it! Come here! Come here! Come here! No, you have to eat my fish! Eat my fish! Eat it! It tasted it. You want some more? Want some more? Come on, eat the fish! I know you want it. Come on! There. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Finally. Very good. You're gonna be my creeper caddies. Yeah. And now it is time for the Gunpowder Farm. This is very, very simple, and if you don't know this farm either, there will also be a link down in the description for this one. So I've already put in the automatic dropper and a chest, just a small storage system, and then of course the hopper that it will go into. So you're gonna have to make this pattern of hoppers, which looks really weird, but it will make sense in just a bit. Next up, you will put campfires all around you, and then in the middle 4 blocks here you will put some cobblestone. That will also go out on the sides of the campfires and then all the way around, making this very cool pattern here. And the next thing we're doing is making the farm a lot taller, so that the spawning area is raised a lot from the ground. From here I go 5 blocks out, and using slabs of course to save resources. And then out here on the slab number 6, you have to put up a wall. And I chose to make this more difficult for myself than it really had to be, stupid as I am. But as soon as you got that down, you will make it 8 wide on that side, and then you will make a straight line, not a straight line, exactly not a straight line, a diagonal line over to the other wall, which is also 8 wide, and then so on and so forth. And then of course we have to fill it all in, making this huge round platform. And then as soon as the platform is made, you can then make the 2-block tall wall all the way around. Now, to prevent the creepers from just running around in this circle, you have to divide this giant circle so that it is 4 smaller rooms. leading directly down into the campfires. And seeing it from the top here, the first thing I'm doing is placing these trapdoors. These are actually supposed to be there because they will trick the creepers into falling down into the campfires, but they are also there to prevent me from falling into the campfires. And then I'm placing these trapdoors on the floor and then also on the roof, and that is where the cats will sit. And then placing these carpets will make sure that only creepers can spawn up here. Next up, I go get the cats. I got these 4 breeded up, so they are ready to go help me in this farm. It's so sad that they have to stay in there forever, but that's just how it is. So I'm placing one of them in each room, so they have their own little platform there, as you can see. And this might be a little bit tricky because cats, well, they don't really follow you that much. And then they teleport sometimes, and it's a little bit tricky, but you'll get there with all the cats, and then just make sure they sit in the middle of the trapdoors, and then they're ready. Oh, and this one slept on me, which is just super cute. But then when you got the kitties in their spots, you can then move on and make these pattern of trapdoors, which is not very obvious here, but I'm making it so that the creepers cannot walk over to the platform in the middle. And then you have to put trapdoors as a roof in each room, because this will prevent mobs like zombies and skeletons from spawning, as only creepers have the height that is short enough to spawn in here now. So that is really super cool. And then of course the carpets prevent spiders from spawning, which is the only other mob that is as short as the creeper. I mean shorter of course, but you know what I mean. And then as soon as you got all the trapdoors placed, it is now time to place a roof over them so that this farm is working and the creepers can start spawning. So this is practically done now actually. So yeah, let's see if we can get some spawns. And now technically the farm should be working so that there will spawn creepers in these 4 corners here. The cats will scare them into the middle. They will fall down, get burned by the campfires, and then I will get a lot of gunpowder in this chest. But for it to work the best, I have to go really high up in the air, but then I fear that the other farms will not work at the same time. So alternatively, what I can do is clear all the caves and clear all this ground, fill it up with torches, so that the spawn rates are perfect for the creeper farm. And that is a huge work to do, but I think it is worth it, considering that I want all of the farms to run at the same time. Yeah, so I think I will try and clear some of the caves at least, and then we'll see if it's actually working. Because at the moment I have not seen a single creeper yet. None. I've now been around spreading torches everywhere. It's such a big area and it costs a lot of torches. But I have also been down in the caves and lighting up a lot. I still need to do loads more, but it is definitely helping. And you know, the best thing about it is that I got plenty of resources now. I completely forget sometimes how nice it is to just like go down in a cave and just mine for hours. I even got 20 diamonds and a lots of lapis lazuli. I got some axolotls. I got even more emeralds from mining. And of course loads of iron already. So it's been a great mining trip and it should be helping. I don't know how much it's helping just yet, but let's have a look if the creeper farm has had any drops. Okay, 23. That's not that much, but it is definitely better than 0. And on the bright side, I can always expand this. This is only 1 level of creepers spawning, but we can expand it to at least 10 levels or something in height, so that it will spawn loads more and it will spawn in loads more creepers and we can get a lot of gunpowder. So I will probably expand it at some time, just like the potato carrot farm here, which I will expand in this direction. Oh, and by the way, did I mention that I have now moved my cartographers over here right next to the sugarcane farm? so that I can quickly get some emeralds. So it's quicker and it definitely looks loads better. And I must also say that if we look at the map, oh my god, it's already starting to look so cool. So if this is gonna be expanded in this direction, we got the creeper farm here, maybe we're gonna have a mob grinder here, a bigger one, which is gonna be looking really cool, and we're gonna get some other farms over here, and some trading hall going this way. Ah, it's gonna be so cool! Thanks to my summer vacation, I am now, for the first time in what feels like forever, actually not out of time. But university is starting up again now, and I'm gonna be really busy with all that school stuff. So I better end this episode now before it gets too long, and then start working on the next one. Thanks to all the time we spent here in this episode, there's plenty of resources to trade for emeralds. So the first thing we are gonna do next time is of course buying all the mending books and upgrade our gear to top tier. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, then leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check out the links in the description where you'll also find the link to my Discord server. With all that out of the way, thank you so much for watching. Bye!